Yo, my Star Citizens and New Gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Minix. And in today's episode, I'm going to be doing a part one of a 3-part series on what can I earn as a solo runner, either cargo, mining or salvage. So we hope you like this video, guys, from the intro. A little bit of housework to get through here, guys. The code dropping down is my code. I've not used anybody else's code for a while, and I will do it in time. I'm just getting through a lot of videos at the moment and just trying to get a good stable schedule with myself and little man. And so what we're doing today is we are going to be going through part one of a 3-part series, and these I'm going to try and keep them as short as I can. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going out as a solo player in the industrial aspect of things. So it's going to be cargo running, not cargo missions, and it's going to be mining, and it's going to be salvage and not salvage missions. The reason I'm not doing the salvage and cargo missions is because they are missions you can pick up and you get given the things to do, whereas what I want to do is just us going out on our own with whatever money we've got in our pockets and being able to see what we get. So I'm going to play for an hour on each of the different things, and that then gives a good baseline of what we are able to earn. So with the cargo side of it, I'm going to use the C1. It's my favourite shape, and I just think it's a good all-rounder shape. It's got a medium-ish cargo, between 64 to 100, depending on what you do with it. And it's sort of a good bed for what we want to do. And obviously, you could get bigger shapes and do more things, but then that all comes down to how fast you can load it and unload it, because we're going to be going to outposts. And then in the mining, I'm just going to go out in near a space station, probably Mikkel 5, and just do an hour of mining or 45 minutes of mining. I'm going to refine the stuff as much as I can, and then go and take that with the last 15 minutes, take that down then to the space station or to maybe a city or something to then sell. And then what I'm going to do with the salvage is the same. I'm going to just go out for an hour, and then when I'm on my way back from somewhere like Mikkel 5, where I'm going to look for pieces of like scrap to salvage, when I'm on my way back to somewhere like microTech or somewhere like that, then I'll empty the hopper and stack them boxes there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This is going to be part one, and so let's get into it, guys. So this is going to be the route I'm going to be doing. We're going to pick from here the C1 Spirit, and I'm going to put 96 cargo in here because I'm going to overfill it. So what we could be looking at potentially is this. So we want to pick up something from maybe microTech and then go over to Lorville or vice versa. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to look at here, maybe what can we get from Lorville. So I want to look at something like beryl and laranite. They're the two things I want to look at. So laranite. So if we get laranite, we're going to be looking at the best place to get it is Arcorp 56 mining station, or 45 mining station, or Lathan and Bezdek. Now we're going to be paying more, about 250-ish more, if we get it from Lathan. But the reason we would look at getting somewhere like Lathan and Hurston is this. So we go to trade routes here and just hit that and hit the gold, and then go to and just hit the gold and then put laranite and submit. If you look in here, so at Lathan they've got around 2,000 units, and in Bezdek they've got over 1,000 units, whereas at mining Arcorp they've got 500, and 56 they've got 377. So we may not be able to pick that up because someone might have come in a Caterpillar or a C1 and picked it all up, and so we could end up going all the way over here and finding that that's not available. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go to somewhere where we know it's going to be available, like Lathan or Bezdek, probably Lathan, depending on the two, which one's the most lucrative. They're both the same, so either one of those. And then we're going to go and drop this off somewhere where we can get something else. And so what I would look at is something like maybe beryl, because I know we can get some beryl. And so what we're going to do is look at beryl, and the best place to get at is 22 in microTech, and we're going to get it for the cheapest price. So that's what we're going to do, because if we look at other places like Crusader and stuff like that, the price is going up again. But then if we look at the laranite here, where's the best place to sell? So Lorville is going to be the best place to sell it. We could just go to Lorville and just keep going backwards and forwards from Lathan to here, and that. But what we're looking at is doing an all thingy run, so it just goes forward and backwards. And these will change sometimes. Sometimes New Babbage will be the best place for this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to New Babbage, and so we're going to get it. So we're going to get it from Lathan in Hurston, and then we're going to head over to New Babbage so we can then pick up some beryl or something like that. Now, like I said, we could just do quick runs between Lathan and Lorville, and we could earn 49,000 per run. So that's another way we could do it. So you could probably get about maybe 3 runs in an hour doing that. We might only get 2 in if we go to New Babbage and get beryl, but it all depends on what the stocks are like over at Lathan, whether we end up, you know, low stocked or whatever. So I'm going to do a run that is actually going to take me from Hurston to New Babbage, and then New Babbage back to Hurston. And so what I'll do is I'll grab beryl from New Babbage mining facility here, and we'll bring that over to Lorville here, and we'll get 51 for that one. And the reason I'm looking at that is because if we go to beryl here again and submit, we're looking at how much you can pick up at these different places. So Hurston and Woodruff, ITA, 30,000. We could also do that and just get beryl from there and sell it back over here. It depends on the price of it and how much we're going to lose. But we're going to go to 22, and they've got 30,000 there and 30,000 SMO 10. So if we're going to be in New Babbage, then that's what we'll do. Is we'll pick that up and come back to Lorville. Like I said, we could go to just Hurston itself, but we're going to lose again. It's going to be 100 and something more that we would lose. So we could just stick around Hurston if you wanted to, and just pick up either laranite or beryl and just keep bringing it back to Lorville. That's another thing you could do. So how much would we get if we went to there? So 40,000. So we're going to lose 10,000 by doing that. And if we went to the laranite again, laranite, and we got it from here, Hurston, and took it back to Hurston, we'd earn 49, whereas the New Babbage we're going to earn 42, so we'd lose 7,000. So I'm just going to do this as just for the gameplay aspect. I'm going to take it from Hurston to New Babbage and then pick up at SM022 and bring it back over to Hurston itself. That's what I'm going to do. So here I am, guys, over at Lathan. I'm just gonna pick some boxes up here, and I'm gonna go to a small one over there. Ooh, slow that down. We'll go backwards in. Now, as I'm landing here, I'm using my C1, but since I actually started this video earlier on, I've now found out that there's some changes been made here with cargo on the C1. They've moved the snap box now in closer to the aisle, so it's going to be harder now to actually get. I'm just going to make sure, yeah, I'm in SM guns. So now it's harder to get cargo down the middle. So what we're going to have to do here is do all this off snap, off the grid. Now, I will tell you to be cautious of doing this. If a box is jumping around or sparking or something, then remove it and move it and put it into place so it's not. Because there's a chance that the box will clip. So don't hold me responsible, guys, if you're doing runs and you end up losing your cargo, it clips out or something. That's just the nature of this now. You could just take 64 and earn around 30,000. But if you want to try and just to maximize the profit, then try and use the cargo space as much as you can without snapping it. And that's what we're going to do today. So I did try this a while back with a 24 at the back, and that clipped out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with a 16 this time. So I'm going to get two 24s for the sides, two 8s for the sides, a 24 for the middle, and a 16 for the middle as well. So we're looking at about 104. What are we looking at? So 96 plus 8 is 104, yeah. So we're looking at about 104 on cargo. And so Laranite, you've got 1,000 here. We are in the PTU. We can't choose the spirit. We can choose the spirit. Huh. Can we choose the spirit? So let's go to the Laranite, and we're going to choose... Yeah, well, let's pick... So I've picked the spirit, and it's some sort of mistake has happened where it's telling me I can pick it, but I actually can't. So let's go down to this one, and just, yeah, it says the same, basically. It won't allow me to do it. So let's go to Lathan. I wonder if they're going to bring in timed things at some point. So Lathan, and we're going to get Laranite, and we're going to get 3 lots of 24. So let's have a look how much we've got. We've got 1.513 million. And we'll see at the end what we made. So let's go to 24s, and we want 1, 2. We don't want full. We want 3 of those. So 3 units for 173,000. Confirmed by that. Okay. And then we want 2 8s by that. And that's going to go down the sides as well. Confirm. Accept that. And then we're going to buy 116. Down the middle, and we'll see what we get it all up for that get for all of that when we go and sell it. So let's go and do this, guys. So I would suggest using your max lift, and then what we're going to do for the 16 at the end is we're going to pull it in with the ship's tractor beam. Now there has been changes to the tractor beams. Now you have to use your right mouse button to unlock it and lock it onto grids, and you can use your left mouse button to move it around off grid. But if it's on grid already, you have to unlock it off grid with the right mouse button, then put it back down and grab it with the left mouse button to put it back on grid. So let's drop this down. Okay, so let's take them. Let's take the 8s. I don't think we'll get the 16 in. Oh, we will get the 16 in. Cool. Move them over. No, we can't get them in. So we'll leave the 16 there for now. There we are. So let's do this. Let's go up on the ship. So we're going to off-grid down here, because if we put it on grid, it's going to stick it to this red line here, and we want it to stick it to just after this big grey chunk here, which is what we're going to do. So press 5, get our tractor beams out. 5 again. And like I say, if I press my left mouse button, you can see here, it's not going to do nothing. So what I have to do is grab my, use my right mouse button for it to do it. And then what we're going to do is just drop these to the side here. These 8s. I'll take this first one here. Let's do that. What we're going to do is just rotate it and bring it in. Oh. What I'm going to have to do is drop it and then pick it up with the left mouse button. So take it off the right mouse button, back onto the left mouse button, and then go from there. What we're going to do is going to put that into there. There. So what we're going to make sure is it's not moving around and it's not sparking or anything like that. So normally, well, I'll show you now. If we were to lock it, it's going to lock it to that red line there. So we have to do that without doing that. And so if I now put that back with my left mouse button. Oh, where's it got me? With my left mouse button. And then we can push that into place there. And then can put an 8 there, you see. So let's grab this one, next one. Bring it in. Spin it as we're bringing it. Drop it down. Left mouse button to pick it back up. So we don't snap it to grid. There we are. There we are, and that's in there. Then we can put the 8s in now as well. left mouse button so that we don't snap them to grid. Because once they snap to grid, you can't use your left mouse button to pick it back up, so we have to be careful of that. And so the idea of this is that we get a good ship with some good HP, and we can get enough cargo into it. So what I need to do is now bring this one out and bring the 16 in. So let's do that. Bring this one out. Use R to spin it. Oh. That's what we're going to do. Just stick it there for now. I'm going to take it off the ship though. And then put the tractor beam in, get the 16 up. There we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out of the lift, just because I need to turn it, and the ship tractor beam for turning is just terrible. So right mouse button to pick it up, and then we don't have to turn. That's good. So that's there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this one into the ship, and then use the tractor beam, as you see there, that's above us, to bring that other one back in. So we're going to straight down here. Remember, we don't want to be touching anything else with this, so it's not sparking and stuff. We just want to make sure it's not sparking, it's not moving anything else around. Right, so we're off to microTech. So I want to right click that and then to the remote turret. If you do that by accident, like I just did, and you're in the turret like this, you can just press S and that will deploy it. And so we're going to grab this box out here. You see the door there, I'll show you in a second. Oh, I'm bad with the mouse, with the tractor beam and the mouse. I have to pick my pad up once I've done it. And then I can use my... I'm so bad with the mouse. There we are. So, the door here, this door here, that closes. So what we need to do is not be obstructing that door with any cargo. So I think 16 is probably going to be your limit. If you can do it where you can close that door, then you're in a good place then. But I think what it's done is dragged the other 24 up onto the steps here. So that's something you're gonna have to remember. You're gonna have to bring that up onto the steps. Going forward yourself if you get the 16s. Straight out the door. Put that down. Oh, does that when I press the button. So I'll right click it so I can then lock it. Easy to load and unload. Yeah, it's off grid. That might cause damage down the line. Something we're going to have to start looking at. But for now, this is the run I'm going to be making, this type of run, and we're going to see how much we earn from that. Now, the reason I want fast in and out loading is because when I'm at outposts and stuff, if I'm at any places where it's going to be dodgy, then I don't want to be worried about, you know, having to load loads of boxes. Let's drop them down. So what I'm also going to do is buy fuel here as well, so we've got that added into it. I'm just going to go straight up from here. So we're going to go and sell this, and then what we'll do from there is we'll head over to SMO or SM022, and we were going to buy a barrel, and then we're going to head back over to Lorville and sell that. Now we'll probably get more going over to Hurston, but I'm not too sure if there's anything over at Hurston we could pick up. We could pick up maybe some stuff at Hurston. I'll have a quick look. But I don't think we'll get enough laranite over at Hurston or anything like that. We could try for the gold over there. but gold is quite a big deal, and it's very hard to get hold of. So this is why I'm concentrating on these runs, like these more viable runs that we can actually do, and show you guys realistically what you can earn as a solo runner now with a ship that can handle around 100 cargo. Yes, now we know that the C1 isn't built for 100, it's built for 48 or 64 now. But I can get, as you saw there, I've got 104 in it. As you'll see when I get to the terminal as well. So here we are, guys, over at the new Babbage terminals. I've thrown it all into my elevator. Here we are, so in demand, max. So we're going to sell this for 296,000. Confirm. Accept. So let's have a look what we earned. We started off with 1,513,000. We've got 1,560,000. So we made 47,000 there on that run. 47,000. Which isn't too bad. And so what we're going to do now is going to go to a different area, and we're going to go to SM022, pick up Beryl, and head back over to Lorville. So here I am at SM022. It's going to land on this big white pad here. Turn them engines off. And I'm going to get Beryl from here. So I'm in SEM mode. So when I go to my tractor beam, I've got my tractor beam ready. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send this freight elevator down as I come through. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab a 16, but make sure I push the other one to the steps as well. So I'll send that down. And then that way, then when I go and get the cargo, I don't have to send it down then. I wouldn't advise leaving your ship open, by the way. Oh. Don't have lights on there. Got lights on. No, I thought there had lights on it. Notice the lights have been turned off in here, you see. Right, I do need a drink, but I think I'll survive. Right, so we're looking for Beryl in here. There's something here, and there's 30,000 of it. That's why we came here, because there's 30,000 of it. And it is the best price here, so that's also good. So shipping facility 2, 22, Beryl. Again, we're going to get the 3 24s. Confirm. So I'm going to... So 1.58 we was on, weren't we? 1.55 should I say. Or 1.56. 1.55 because of the 558 because of the petrol, the fuel. So we're going to get the 2 8s. Like that. And we're going to get the 116. Like that. And let's go. Yeah, share one of these lights on there. Maybe we've got to start turning the lights on and off. Oh, they've just put the wrong things on the doors. Let's do what we did last time. Grab these barrels. Drop them just on the side there. So right mouse button to take it off. See, my left mouse button won't pick it up. Press my right one. And then drop it down and pick it up with my left, or else it's going to snap to grid when I bring it in here, which is not what we want. No. It's terrible, this, for rotating. I need to rotate it. Rotate it and drop it. And then we're going to bring it in. There we are. Get that in there. Gonna get it all the way in past that door. Definitely don't want it to be caught on that door there when it closes. So that should now push it in. Come off here. I don't think I can close the doors from here. No. So if I close the doors now, it shouldn't spark. Cool, doors closed. Right, so engines on. So where are we going? We're going back to Lorville now. Now we could go over to the best place to sell it, which is actually Hurston, but we're going to go to Lorville because that's where we're picking up the cargo again. And so I'm doing this as though you're just going backwards and forwards between the two. Okay, yeah, guys. So we're back with the barrel. So we've been playing just over an hour, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this as part of a series of playing an hour and what gives me the best profit. So this is going to be cargo running, then I'm going to do some salvaging, and then I'm going to do some mining as well. So that's the ship empty. Let's throw that downstairs and then go and sell it and see what we made.
Welcome to the Exxon Vehicle Retrieval System.
So here I am, guys, over at the business district in Hurston, Lorville, Hurston, whichever way you want to say it. And we've got the barrel that we're going to sell. And so let's do this. I know you guys are screaming at me because I've got 12% drink. So Lorville, got the barrel, max. I'm going to sell it for 286.7. Confirm. Accept. So we've got 1,615,000. We started off with 1,513,000, so we've made about 102,000 altogether. So 102,000 in about an hour. That is what we've made. And so, like I said, I'm gonna also do a salvage one and a mining one, an hour on each of those, and see which one is most lucrative. Cargo has definitely been brought down. You can solo a caterpillar, but you'd have to do it where you have to put the ship away and get a Hurstonite and take that down to the planet. So you have to get a Hurstonite from the space station and take it down to a planet. I've got a video on it in the list somewhere, so check that one out, guys. But this is me soloing a C1. This is what I think solo cargo running is going to look like in the future now. I don't think there's going to be any of these big massive loads, but still 100,000 in an hour is still not too bad. It's still good money that you can earn. And yeah, so hopefully you guys learned something from that one. Definitely keep an eye on when you don't stack on grid. Maybe in time that won't be a viable thing, and then we have to look for something else. But it all depends on how quick you want to load it. For me, the C1 Spirit, you can load it really quickly. Even if it is only 64, you can still load it really quickly. And so, yeah, that's that one, guys. Hopefully you like it, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you non-grid stack, or would you just go with something like a Zeus and then try and stack around that? Both the Zeus and the C1 will stack. 64, no problem. But then once you get beyond that 64, you've either got to go off grid for it all, or you have to go around with the Zeus, and it's just adding like 20 odd boxes around the Zeus to get more than the 64. Even though it's got 128 cargo, you still have to then go around it or above it with the 4s. So yeah, so it's not ideal to do when you want to get in and out of places quick. So let us know your thoughts, guys, and we'll see you guys out in the verse.